So the F.M. Kirby Foundation was established in 1931 by Fred Morgan Kirby. He began this foundation as a way to focus the family's philanthropic efforts on education primarily, also on health and human services and civic and public affairs. So in 2014, over 240 organizations were the beneficiaries of the Kirby Foundation support, and they granted some $21 million. And education and student-centered organizations received the vast majority of this funding, and this was over $6 million. So they primarily have focused on a lot of building projects here at the school. The Kirby Art Center, the Kirby House that's been named after them, and also the Kirby Science Center. We can partner with them and have a dialogue with them if we're wrestling with a particular issue in a building or in a program, that's something we would be able to go to them to talk about. Literally, I was sitting in this room at a board meeting, and Jeff Kirby leaned over to me and said, I wonder if the school is interested in taking a look at the math program and the math building. It's time to do something, and I think the foundation would be interested in that. So I looked at him, and that wasn't even really on our radar screen at that point, but I said, okay, let's think about that. It's gonna be called the Kirby Math and Science Center. It is very much a supportive, interactive conversation that they want to have with the organization.
The Kirby Foundation has funded the Kirby Family Gym, which is a state-of-the-art facility. They helped us with the turf field and stadium lighting. They provided financial aid in 2 areas, helping families for whom the extras like books, field trips, are a real strain, and providing funds for students to go on immersion trips. Walker Kirby, who is, I think now in her 90s, came back a couple of years ago, and we offered to take her around on a golf cart to see what their support had done in terms of transforming the athletic spaces. And she was so gracious and so enjoyed the opportunity to ride around on the cart. She subsequently sent a lovely note, handwritten note to Lisa Grider, our director of development, and that to me was, sort of indicative of the personal connection. They have a special understanding of the unique place of independent schools, not only in educating kids, but also in impacting the society. They seek to find ways that are really impactful to the school. So they're willing to fund a lot of different things, but they always want to understand how it's going to help the school.
Our relationship with them is relatively recent, under 10 years, but in those years, the foundation has been incredibly generous and supportive of us. Most recently, they've committed a major grant to our new Performing Arts Center, along with a matching challenge grant. The challenge grant is really, I think, a wonderful story, because when we approached the Kirby Foundation, we asked for a sizable number. And the foundation came back at us and said that they were more than prepared to give the school $500,000, but they would consider a challenge on top of that of another $500,000 if we could raise $4.5 million by this past June 30th. The challenge grant pushed us to reach for more. It was very helpful as we asked other donors to support the school. The Kirby Foundation is genuinely trying to make a difference. That's why they ask questions, that's why they challenge, that's why they prod, because they really want the institutions and communities they support to be successful.